Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Let's seek the truth and travel the long road to justice together. What you know, Alibiers. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. Good to have you here. It's been a minute since I did an episode. I haven't done one since Ashley Benefield last week. Took some time off to enjoy the last week of summer with my kids and do all this back to school shopping. Crazy. You only need one kidney, right? I'm gonna have to sell the other. We're going to jump in, but first, before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, you know the drill. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, share it with your friends, and you can ring my bell if you want notifications of when I post new content. Click that little bell icon. Music fact of the day. You know you all rickrolled somebody back in the early 2000s, and the prank of playing Rick Astley's song, Never Gonna Give You Up, it did not make Rick Astley rich. Back at the height of when everybody was getting rickrolled, Rick Astley had only been paid $10 in royalties because he did not have songwriting credit. Crazy. I still rickroll people. It's one of those things, never gets old. All right, so what I have, and a huge, huge shout out to Surviving the Survivor podcast for getting me these documents. We work together on these cases, and if I get something, I give it to him and vice versa. So it works well to keep both of our audiences informed of the latest. Donna was back in court on June 22nd for a case management hearing. The defense made a request to push back demonstrative exhibit deadlines. That was granted. Now that deadline is September 4th. The deadline for the witness exhibit list and motions to be filed are due August the 12th. And then the last hearing before trial is on September 12th. And then the defendant will be transported in person from here on out. She's been appearing on Zoom. Now, that trial starts September 17th. It was originally scheduled for September 30th, but Donna asked for that to be pushed back a bit. She wanted it a couple of weeks earlier due to two Jewish holidays that were going to be happening during the original dates. Kind of ironic because she made fun of Dan often for his devotion to his Jewish faith. Maybe she's found some religion in the pokey. A lot of people do. There's also been an order to transport Charlie from South Dakota back to Tallahassee for Donna's trial. He's on the witness list for the state. Very interesting. Now, Luis Rivera, who was not the actual gunman, he was sentenced to 19 years in prison in 2016. He'll be transported for that trial as well. Charlie's trial started October 23rd of last year. It was originally scheduled to begin in April. So some of these writings that we're going to get into, obviously, she was thinking about Vietnam very early on in this process. Some of these things are just very everyday stuff, just being property managers, the things that they're having checked in the units, getting things repaired, things of that nature. I'm not going to go into all those. It's kind of boring and doesn't make sense, but we're going to get into everything else that I thought was interesting. Some of it may not relate to the case as a whole, but it's Donna Adelson. And can I just say, this woman wrote down everything. Can you imagine what they have found on her electronics? I bet it is a treasure trove of evidence. I totally believe it's going to come in a big way in this trial. But let's jump in. We're starting on, and I'm just going to play some footage of Donna at her very first hearing. I may throw up some of these writings here and there. Going to be hard to read on screen, though, so that's why I'm just going to play this footage. Starting on January 2nd, pay Charlie's ex for March, $1,500. I'm thinking that's child support for Charlie's son. Buy a $500 Apple for the boys, and then it says move money from our account. By today, Macy's should have credited American Express $92.63. January 4th, it says Dan, Charlie's attorney, is with him. Signed the power of attorney, and then it says Wendy's book. No context there. January 20th of 2023. Can we pay another $35,000 to Hasselbrock? Now, I looked this up online. There was a civil suit that Charlie had versus Berkshire Life Insurance Company of America. Looks like Hasselbrock was representing Charlie during that suit, and Donna's needing to pay him. She also has sell jewelry, records, comics, coins, and implant part. Random notes at the top of this page call the Salvation Army. Macy's return dress. Shine Pay, that is a coin collection service for the laundromats they must have had in their facilities that they managed. February 25th, it says, is the trial on for April 24th? If yes, sell tickets for May. This was for a performing arts center. After hearing, buy clothes for Charlie, shirt 16 to 16 and a half, pants 34 or 35. And then it says storage locker, Porsche wheel. April 22nd, there's a big pink heart, Wendy's 44th birthday. And then it says, did 40,000 personal account. Okay, so remember, Charlie doesn't go on trial until October. Donna gets arrested in November, but on May 1st, she has here a list of payments on a Vietnam villa. Ninth payment, $5,982. 10th payment, July 1st, $53,359. 11th payment, September 1st, $5,982. Hotel furnishings at estimate $14,000. She has the total investment, I'm assuming, on this Vietnam villa as $135,514. She goes on to say she needs to set up a Schwab account for Charlie's son, take watches for repair. There was something about Charlie. It says a check for Charlie. I could not read what she said, but it was $814. Then it says, check out Paradox Museum Miami. It's really cool. It's an optical illusion museum where you do some really cool photo ops. And then she says, make tax appointment. June 20th, she has Charlie paid through October child support. Miami, plastic surgery, arms. June 26th, call Mercedes. Will replace hubcaps at no charge, 2 to 3 days. Then call Lexus and schedule services. She also says, ask Dan for appointment. 1 suit for Charlie, and it says 2, Alex. 3, Adam. Number 5 is Sully. Number 6, benefits of Amy's deposition. Number 7, us with a question mark. Erica and boyfriend. Erica, she's the one I believe that called Charlie there at the dental office when the FBI agents were in the lobby asking for employment records for Katie. Number 8, psychologist for Charlie. Number 9, needs a visit, seems confident, and she puts a question mark. June 27th of 2023, Wendy here in town. Need to pay Vietnam before Saturday, July 1st, $53,354. The gang and Lisa leave for the wedding. It says, is the tenant's garbage gone? And then it says, evict her beside that. It says, Dan, shop for clothes for Charlie, pants 33 long, shirts 16 and a half, 33 long, black socks, undershirts with a question mark, jackets 42 or 40 long. She also says, sell my diamond ring. She says on here to ask Wendy some things about the boys, sensitive in nature, so I'm not going to put it out there. And then it says, why never ask about Charlie? Did you like the 2022 book? Drive to Wendy, send money to inmate number, Saturday, July 1st, 10th Vietnam villa payment due today. Again, that's that $53,354. Check money in Charlie's phone accounts. Ask him money in commissary. July 28th, a lot of things about apartments they lease out. Tell Bree the fish tank is coming. Look for chain for my Israel necklace. Battery for watch. Check speakers and a wire for a record player. Says Wendy, send pictures after February. And then it says Firestarter. Firestarter, I immediately thought of that movie, but I don't think she's watching Firestarter at this point. July 29th is one of the boys' 14th birthday. She has the name Janice and then pick up gun. Did Charlie's ex pay $610 loan? Did we get $466.20 check for Charlie from J&J Home? Empty coins at 519. The last time they did that was July 15th. And then talk to Dan. July 30th, 2023. They were having a 6 o'clock dinner for one of the boys' birthdays, and then work on Wendy book. October 2nd. She says this is 3 weeks to trial. Get this, y'all. Y'all remember how Charlie thought he was going to get off and that he would be driving back down to Miami with Dan and take this luxury vacation? It says, get Koh Samui guide for Charlie. Now, this is an island in the Gulf of Thailand. See Dan, bill for Charlie, appointment at Wells Fargo Bank. She needs 2 cushions, but not the middle one. And how long will it take? Order 2 photos from one of her grandson's bar mitzvahs. October 3rd, state wants interview today. Then it says, I believe Bank of America wire transfer. It says B of A. That's how I put it down. Sell my ring. It says HJ, try on trial clothes, polish the barbecue, and also Rolex batteries. October 4th, hair salon. See Dan. Get Charlie's suitcases. I think it says purple. Hard to read her writing, but I guess she's ready for him to go to Thailand, or at least in their mind. Order 2 photos from the bar mitzvah. Walk a lot, drink lots of water, and no caffeine tomorrow. Now, some of these aren't on the correct date that I'm about to go through because they were written on dates after Donna's arrest on November 13th, but we're going to throw them in there. Ask Dan, lawsuits, hearsay, and conjecture. Malicious ruin of dental practice and egregious damage to reputation of 2 dentists. I'm assuming Charlie and Harvey. Slander and libel. So under libel and slander, she has 2020, Dateline, People. It says ID, which could be investigation discovery, Tallahassee PD, Kappelman comments, the Daily Mail, Toronto and Miami Times, Google reviews, and Yelp reviews. She puts podcasts. Rob, which is her son, and his wife, they did a podcast where they opened up about Donna and the whole family. Emails, postcards, and gun magazine, harassment, Wendy, and then it has real estate beside that. Then it says if Charlie is free, she should call for some medical tests for herself. Just some random yearly things you do. She has Kappelman's final story, and she has story in quotes to jury. Vietnam villa, $135,000. She has an all caps, keep it. Order I care for Charlie. If you look on the screen here, these are just examples of care packages with food you can send to people who are incarcerated. I mean, we're not leaving much to the imagination here because she says pack Vietnam. Ask Dan about an appellate lawyer. Listen to Kappelman's final instructions to jurors. Dan, can we get back Charlie's phone? And then it says, tell Wendy. November 6th, this is 18 minutes after Charlie was found guilty. Donna sends Wendy a text. Your brother protected you for years. Now you are not guilty. Your lawyer took very good care of you. You can bury me in the dress that I bought for Lincoln's bar mitzvah. Same day of the verdict, 3 hours later. We know you never ask anything about your brother, but we just got off the phone with him, and the first thing he asked, how's Wendy holding up? I didn't have the heart to tell him you never called us or asked about you. I just said we weren't up to phone calls right now. Everyone looks to protect you. I bet you've got a lot to think about. Now, Wendy texts back. This is the audio on that hot mic call. You can hear Donna reading this text to her friend that's there. Wendy's response to Donna. Dear Mom, I know you're upset by the verdict, but the anger directed at me is not justified. I'm not responsible in any way for Charlie's situation. I am, and she puts in quotes, not guilty because I did not do anything wrong and I was not involved in any way with Danny's death. When I was interviewed by the police and testified in court, I told the truth as I was required to do. I cannot control how the prosecutor used my statements at Charlie's trial. Also, as you know, my lawyer has advised me not to talk to my family or anyone else about the case. I followed his advice despite your disagreement with this guidance. Please do not text me about this case anymore. If you have anything further to say about the case, please go through our lawyers. Right now, I have to be, that's a tough word to say, y'all, singularly focused on taking care of the boys during this difficult time. Now, on this day, you also have this call with Charlie and Donna saying that the whole trial was unfair. The jury wasn't a jury of his peers. The prosecutor lied. He couldn't have gotten a fair trial in Tallahassee with any attorney. Donna says they need to talk about things she needs to take care of for Charlie's son. This is where Charlie kind of breaks down and he said, "It's like I'm dead." Donna says taking care of Charlie's son is the most important thing. Harvey says they're going to try everything they can. And Donna says it's not over. Charlie said he just wanted to see his kid grow up. Both he and Donna start crying. November 7th, the day after Charlie was found guilty at 10:19 a.m., Donna texts Wendy. "Okay, we have no desire to speak with you about the case. I guess Dad and I are just shocked that you didn't think of coming to see us or even calling us. We are your parents. We have always, and that's in all caps, been there for you and the boys. None of what we wrote matters about the case. That's over. I just wanted you to know how many times Charlie is asking about you. Not only do you not ask about us, but not one question about Charlie. We need to give you some information shortly and need some business assistance. Please let us know if you can be of any help. If not, we'll try to find someone who can help us. This needs an immediate reply so I can start asking other people for help." 5 minutes later, Donna sends a text to a friend named Marty. "Just got off with Charlie. Too many things to take care of. No time to talk. Please understand. Besides, my daughter just texted me not to talk to her about the," she puts in quotes, "case. How about not calling us to see how we are after my son getting a death sentence? How about not coming here to see us? Did she not want to see her father banging on the floor and crying?" 6 minutes later, Donna texts Wendy. "Don't get nervous." Again, she puts in all caps, "Nothing about the case. Just would like to show you business stuff and personal things. If you can't do it, we must find someone who can. I hope you understand it has nothing to do with the case. There is no more case." The same day, she texts a friend named Annie. "Can't say exactly why, but we may need you guys to come here, both of you. Wendy is not responding to us, and we have an issue that we cannot discuss over the phone." I know this all sounds crazy, but I assure you it's not. Oh, it is, Donna. "I wish I could tell you more. Don't make plans till I contact you in a bit. Thanks, Annie. Stand by. Don't call me yet." At 11:01 a.m., Donna texts Wendy. "By the way, you said you have to focus on the boys. Have you told them?" And I don't see any responses from Wendy, by the way. 12:16 p.m. the same day. What does Donna Google? List of United States extradition treaties. She looks at a Wikipedia article. 126, Donna texts her friend Annie again. "I'm copying you on different emails and things that you may not understand, but just check with me later and I'll explain everything. Please check if there's any chance you could get down here by possibly Thursday, but don't book a final ticket, please. There's so much we have to go over with you." She says, "I won't know for about another 3 hours if that will work. That's why I'm holding off talking to you." On the day after this at 4:29 p.m., she is on WhatsApp talking to a travel agent. "Hi, I'm trying to get a fast track emergency visa for Vietnam. I filled out everything on the online application. I filled out the visa option. I wanted the fastest I can get. I put in the applicant details with our photos approval. It's for Donna Adelson and Harvey Adelson. Yes, that is the site we applied for online. I just don't see how to pay for this. If we get a 30-day visa, can I extend it while I'm in Vietnam?" The agent must have been responding, but those were not included in this. But Donna texts back at 4:55 p.m. "Okay, I will take the KE you mentioned. 90-day multiple entry is what I would like as fast as possible. Monday will be fine." Also, I went back to the jail calls. Donna and Charlie talk on this day. Charlie says that this is all over the news there in Tallahassee. He said he knew this is how it would be before he even got to Tallahassee. Then Charlie says Wendy couldn't put herself anywhere else on the planet before the shooting. She had to have a TV repairman. Charlie said she could have made an appointment at a spa. They're showing this evidence, and it's not evidence, it's her alibi. What kind of an alibi is that? What if the TV repairman called that morning and said, can't come in, and gives her a 2 to 6 hour window? Her whole alibi is ruined. November 8th, 2 days after Charlie found guilty, Donna texts herself between 9:55 p.m. and 10:29 p.m. just random thoughts. Let's jump into those. Autopsy photos traumatize jury 2 times. Jury selection process. Can you be fair even though you know about the case? Yes. Move on to the next round. Publicity for 9 years. Dateline, etc. The prosecutor's summary. Don't listen to what defense counsel said. Kappelman lies that Charlie dated Katie 4 months after the extortion. She lied to the jury, created hate. The emails, etc., had nothing to do with what happened. Talked about us for 7 years. Mad at Willie Meggs. Dolce Vita, same recording as 7 years ago. It's not the same person comparison to first to second extortion. Demonstrative of home versus cell phones. Dan said he was going to destroy that. Picking the jury was terrible. They didn't relate to Charlie, not a jury of his peers. Then she put podcast, remembered it. I'm thinking that's the one where her son and his wife was on it. Dan doesn't know how truthful the jury was. 5 people had law enforcement and 3 worked at FSU. How did they get in a jury of his peers? Natural prejudice towards the defendant. Then she moves to talking about Wendy here, making notes. Drove by Trescott right after the murder. Then she says autopsy pictures after the before and at summation. Luis Rivera even said it could be extortion. Code words. She insulted people, changed the last name. I think she's referring here to Wendy changing the boy's last name from Markel to Adelson. If she's involved, then Charlie's involved. Home phone number rarely called. November 9th, early, 6:40 a.m. Donna texts her friend Marty. Yes, I did. It was supposed to be a reminder text for myself. It's just not together. Wendy will call you, or you can call her after Sunday or Monday. I can't talk now. Love you, Marty. 4 days after Charlie's guilty verdict on November 10th. You have been so good to Charlie and us. You have been so good to Buddy. This is not so that you pack up right away at all. We just need to remove some things from the safe for legal reasons. The morning is best, so if we can be there around 10, that would work great for us because we have many, many things to take care of. Thanks so much. Get back to me as soon as you can so I can plan for the rest of the day. November 11th, 7:54 a.m. Donna texts Bree. Harvey will go without me. I just can't do it. Not sure if she's meaning to Vietnam. It's not specified here, but we're getting close to when she gets arrested. November 12th, 9:51 a.m. Donna texts her travel agent. We take flight tomorrow at 8 p.m. That is 30 hours, but we must be there a few hours earlier. I'm worried it will not be in our email in time. Please, anything you can do to make it arrive sooner. There's also a handwritten note from Harvey to Wendy. This is an M11 gun and can only be sold with the paperwork enclosed. There's a contact name and number on that and says, if it's to be sold, love, Dad. November 13th, just hours before Donna's arrest, she texts Wendy at 12:09 p.m. Too much going on? I don't mean to bother you with this, but again, I have no idea who you invited. Not sure the context of that. There was a request by Donna in her jail files that I got just last week. It's a little older, but I think I missed this when we got the ones a few months ago. This is in February. Donna says to the jail staff, page 24 of the online inmate handbook stated the criteria for ordering books. I ordered a book, prepaid from Amazon Publishing, soft cover, no staples, and it was not delivered with this note, no books can be received. Is your inmate handbook wrong? Where is the book now? It was not returned to Amazon. Thank you for your assistance. The response by the staff, all books are ordered on tablet. So that's it. It's a little choppy. It's a little broken, but I think there's some little nuggets in there. You see, she's actively planning for Vietnam in January, unless she just started writing much later. But then you also have things that are about the trial that was supposed to be in April. Just makes me think Donna was planning Vietnam for quite a while. Maybe investing in this villa just in case to have a place that would be all set and ready for her. And then, the huge rush, that hot mic call where she openly admits that she's going to Vietnam and even says the attorney says may work, may not. And then she's arrested. I've got a lot more coming from this file. Again, big thank you to Surviving the Survivor for getting me these. And lastly, I have to say a huge thank you to an alibier, Nancy, who made a generous donation so that I can work on getting those last two plaques over to the Madison County prosecutors in the Fremont County Sheriff's Office. Appreciate you so much. We're going to get that going here soon. That's it for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We will see you soon.